The 10 Legal Commandments for Staying Out of Legal Trouble While Operating Your Website. Brought to you by Internet Law Compliance Systems, Complete Legal Guide for Websites. Written by attorney Jack Campitelli, J.D. Hi there, my name is Jenny, and we are going to have a little chat about owning and or operating a website while not violating the laws, rules, and regulations governing the Internet. Our information is based on United States law, but in our research we have discovered that most English-speaking countries have adopted similar, if not exactly the same kinds of rules, regulations, and laws. With today's more and more restrictive laws and regulations regarding how we use the Internet to market information, ideas, or just stuff, every single person who operates a website, blog, or uses email to market their whatever it is needs to be aware of and avoid the dangers. Commandment number 1. Always have a Terms of Use Agreement, also known as a Terms of Service Agreement or User Agreement. While this is not a legal requirement, it is a very good idea to have one. This is where you outline the rules for interacting with your website, where you not only can limit the users of the site, you can limit the actual use of the site. You can restrict the use others make of your site and its contents. This is also the perfect place for a few disclaimers if they are needed. Your Terms of Use Agreement should be hyperlinked from the bottom of each web page. This is especially important since the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act came into effect. The Terms of Use Agreement is to make sure that the visitor is charged with accepting the terms of use and that his viewing constitutes acceptance. As silly as it sounds, persons have claimed to be injured just by visiting a website accidentally. So obviously, the first order of business is to make sure that viewers visit at their own risk and that you say so in your Terms of Use Agreement. Commandment number 2. Always have a privacy policy, and I do mean always, even if it just says a few lines about what you do with the information you may or may not collect. Having a stated privacy policy is required by law, period. A privacy policy is required not only by the United States, but by several other countries as well, probably most of them. There are severe penalties, jail time included, for not having a privacy policy posted and the link clearly and prominently displayed on your web pages, all of them. Be aware that many of the Internet delivery systems you use may collect digital information that you are not aware that they are collecting. Check your control panel provided by your website hosting provider. If they don't provide one, as with some free hosting sites, find out what they do gather and how they use it. You should not, however, make your privacy policy too restrictive, since you might find yourself violating it unwittingly. Here is the dilemma for privacy policy statements. In reality, if you're in business, or even if you're aggressively marketing free information, you'll want lots of information about your visitors or customers. The amount of information you collect will vary with your needs, but in practical terms, you will want every single scrap of information you can get. The challenge becomes how to best tell a visitor or prospective customer how much information you intend to collect and what you intend to do with it. Commandment number 3. If you sell anything, have a purchase agreement. All sales to website viewers require a purchase agreement and disclaimer that sets out the rights and obligations of buyer and seller. The positioning of this and the wording is extremely important. A purchase agreement is not required by law, but if you do not have one and get into a dispute with a customer, the government has a standing purchase agreement that they follow. Can you guess who it favors? Taking the time to post a purchase agreement is just another smart way to protect yourself and your Internet endeavors. Commandment number 4. Be very cautious with income claims in your sales copy where your sales pitch is based, in part, on someone being able to make income when they buy your product. You need to specifically advise that not everyone will make money. Commandment number 5. Be very cautious with claims of results in your sales copy where you claim that your product will deliver specific results. You must also advise that it will not deliver the same results to everyone and may not deliver any results to some. Commandment number 6. Be very cautious with income or potential earnings claims in your sales copy where your sales pitch is based on your own financial success or the success of others who have bought the product. You must also tell folks that not everyone will make money and you do not claim the results to be average. Commandment number 7. Never give misleading or deceitful information on your website, and never use such information to promote a product or service. You may well end up in prison if you do. Commandment number 8, be very careful with all information that you do not mistakenly give erroneous information. Be certain of your sources of information. Passing on bad information because you didn't verify your source is not a very good excuse. You should always advise your customers or visitors that they accept all responsibility for harm caused by bad information. Commandment number 9. Do not promote pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes, or chain letter schemes on your website. They are all illegal. Sometimes they are hard to spot, even for professionals, so pay careful attention. Commandment number 10. Do not promote cures for anything. The fact that it may cure a disease or problem may be true, but you must remember that nothing is true in all cases. A tremendously successful modern drug that works for 80% of cases is practically a miracle. Therefore, nothing except a miracle is a cure. In addition to never using the word cure, which is an FTC hot button, you must advise folks that your treatment plan or supplement plan will not work for everyone. And of course, advise them that they should only do anything after consulting with a physician or other healthcare professional. Advice about how law enforcement and regulatory agencies deal with Internet issues and what you can do about it is discussed in detail in the Complete Legal Guide for Websites. Internet Law Compliance's Complete Legal Guide for Websites provides straightforward explanations and answers for the legal issues facing webmasters and the basic forms that meet these basic requirements. While these forms are one size fits most, they do require that you do a bit of editing to make them meaningful to your website and your policies. The requirements stated in this video are not just a good idea, they are the law. If you do business online, you must comply with them. Don't put off dealing with these issues. Get your business set up correctly now. Wait, there's more. Jack has an unspoken 11th commandment. It's this. You've got to deal with these issues if you value your life and liberty. Your choices as he sees it are: educate yourself and write your own agreements. You can steal them, bypass the moral issues and hope they work for you when needed. You can see an attorney well-versed in not just Internet law but in the legalities of websites. Or you can buy the Complete Legal Guide for Websites for $99.95. The book comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. It has been purchased by lawyers who use it as the basis of their advice. You are always encouraged to see a live lawyer, especially if your endeavor involves children, adult material, or selling products that come with health claims. The Complete Legal Guide for Websites brings you up to speed about the background of these issues and how they affect you. And if you decide to visit a lawyer, you will not feel embarrassed if you bring your legal guide for websites along. Even if you pay your lawyer to draft forms for you, you'll save 10 times the price of the book because your lawyer will likely use 90% of what's already written. But there are also a lot of ideas on how to present material such as disclosures and disclaimers that lawyers don't usually think about because they're not in the Internet marketing business. And the name of the game is selling. The legal stuff is there just to keep you out of trouble. In order to get more information, go to www.internetlawcompliance.com. Our disclaimer. This video contains legal information, not legal advice. You are always encouraged to consult with a lawyer about your individual situation, since this video can only deal with general cases and in reality, there is no such creature. You, the viewer, are entitled to self-advise based on this information, but you are not entitled to look to the author to indemnify your decision and your course of action based on this video. This is just one of many informative videos that you will find posted on YouTube based on information from Internet Law Compliance's Complete Legal Guide for Websites in the following days and weeks. Subscribe to receive an announcement of when we post a new bit of information. We will be discussing spam, disclaimers and disclosures, FDA issues, and much more in the upcoming videos. See you there.